Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode, Coffee with Coach, on this awesome Tuesday morning. Hope you're up doing well. Got the mind in the right place. If not, as always, let's put it in the right place. So today I want to share with you guys a question that I asked my morning class and my evening class last night. And the question came about from one of my awesome white belts that was a little frustrated with some of the rolling yesterday, as far as positional wise, kind of getting stuck in the same position, and was just really having a hard time trying to just, get a grip on the fact that, the round in that situation is just going to be tough. If you don't ask the right questions, if you don't make the right adjustments, if you don't keep fighting, if you allow yourself to get frustrated and just let your mind take over, you will not be able to work your way out of bad positions. And so through that whole part of the conversation at the end of class there, me telling my student that when you're in these tough positions that you're in, if you don't try to disconnect, even though you're under pressure. Now, that's the beauty about jiu-jitsu, is that it teaches you under pressure, under duress, that you have to get control of yourself. Someone's on top of you. It's hard to breathe. They're heavy. They're trying to choke you. They're trying to armbar you. They're imposing their will. They're smashing you. And under all of that stuff, you have to keep control over your mind so that you can focus on the way out. And if you're not able to focus on the way out, you are going to be stuck in that position and you'll never get out because you're so frustrated. You're not thinking straight. You're not breathing properly. And then you just start to wilt and give up and then just say, forget it. And then that's where either the submission comes or you basically just tap because you're just cardio tapping and you can't breathe and you just want the person off you. And luckily, jiu-jitsu in some cases will allow you to do that. I don't allow cardio tapping in my academy, but in some places they do. And that's not the way life works. Just because things get tough, things get hard, things get frustrating, you can't breathe, so to speak, life just isn't going to let up off you because you're just asking it to let up off you, okay? You have to work your way out of these positions. And that's not what your students want to hear. What they want to hear is something else, but it can't be anything else because I can't come in and save each and every student that's out there rolling, okay? I can give advice, I can coach, I can give tips on push here, do this, hip escape there, frame here, knee shield there, keep your arms in, like that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, I can't go in and stop the round and fix every time a student makes a mistake so that they can, or put them in a better position. Hey, look, you're on top, you're on the bottom now. Hey, we're going to flip over and put you on top. That's not the way life works, okay? The way life works is it's going to pressure you. It's going to frustrate you. It's going to put you in some pretty bad spots. And you have to be able to, again, disconnect under pressure and get control over your mind and tell yourself, hey, look, this is tough. It's not a good spot to be in, but I'm going to work my way out, okay? And eventually you will with the right mindset. And it just didn't seem like that was really kind of like I said, the answer the individual wanted to see. And this is a hardworking individual. It's one of my better white belts, dedicated, everything like that. But still, they're going to, it's just part of the process, right? And so I just happened to make a comment about, is that it? Is that what, are we done? Are we just going to stop here because you're so frustrated? We're just going to give up now. And in that process of me saying that, I also asked, is that like how it relates to life? What else are you going through off the mat that you're giving up on? Is this going to be, your life story? And I asked all my students yesterday, like, look, if the music was to stop now, if everything was to be over right now and it ends for you, will your life story, okay, the chapters that you're writing, that you've been writing, will it be a bestseller? Would it be something that you could put on someone's nightstand and they would want to pick up and read at the end of the night or throughout the day, put it on a coffee table to pick up and be like, man, this is such a good book. I just can't put it down, man. This individual went through so much stuff and they just persevered and overcame so many things. Like, it's just such an awesome book that they can't put it down, where it's just a book of triumph, perseverance, again, overcoming, a book of, great health, great finances, mental toughness, all these positive things. Or will your life story or your life book be about giving up because you're frustrated, poor, broke, negative, all losses, poor health, poor finances, having a weak mindset? Is that the book that we're writing? Okay, is that the book that it's going to be set in stone? That's it. Like I told some of my students yesterday, especially because there was a wider range of ages, some people are not even in their first chapter. They're in their first couple lines, first couple paragraphs because they're so young. But then there's some of us that were on the mat, we've been alive for a little bit. We're in our 40s or mid 40s or even 50s, to where it's like, man, that book is halfway written already, okay? And what does that book look like? What does your story look like right now at this particular moment? Again, if it was to, stop for you right now, would this be a book? Would your life story be a book that would be a bestseller that could motivate and pick someone else up and allow them to believe that they could do what it is they need to do because you did it, okay? It's like the thing I mentioned the other day, the episode I was listening to, what one man can do, another man can do, and that's the thing. And I was telling my students last night, like, that's the mindset that I have. Like, I've been through a lot of things in life. I've had a lot of hardships, a lot of just a lot of bad things happen. Lost loved ones, lost pets. I'm a big, animal dog lover. I've lost 3 dogs. That last one was not easy, where you actually got to go in and be there to sit, watch the dog be put to sleep. I got 4 other ones that are getting older, and it's just a matter of time. And so I'm not looking forward to that. And then just a lot of other things, business-wise, friendship-wise, student-wise, family-wise. Like, just pick a problem, okay? I know I haven't had it as bad as other people, but I know it's been worse than some other ones, So, but either way, when it's all said and done, I want my book to be a good book, a great book, an awesome book, a book of, again, triumph, victory, perseverance, overcoming things, great health, great finances, mental toughness, all the, a positive book to where when it's all said and done, you'd want to pick this up every night to read it, or throughout the day to give you that push, that motivation to keep going. That's where my mind is at. That's what I'm thinking. When things are getting tough, it's like I have an obligation to win, not only for myself, but for all the people around me, for my family, for my business, for my students. If I'm not winning and if I'm not putting things in place to win, there's a lot of people that rely on my JiuJitsu Academy, where they come in and out each week to come to a better place, to become more mentally and physically fit. The friendships that they built, the networking, the things that they rely on because of my academy. There's so much responsibility for me to keep doing good because so many people rely on that academy. Now, some people rely on it more than others. It's just a place where they just get to get a good workout in, but that place is also a place to where it's really a temple, in a sense, to where it's where they really just clean their mind out and just come to just go to a better place, okay? Because it gets pretty dark sometimes. I deal with a lot of individuals, so I talk to a lot of people, and I get to see over time now just where their mind goes, how they think, how they talk about themselves, how they talk about things. And so I just happen to have another individual. Again, every time they message me, it's just something to where it's not good. It's never going to work. You know, my life is screwed up. Why me? And it doesn't matter what advice I give. It's always a debate. Basically, their comeback is it's just not going to work. And that's tough for me because it's like, man, you know, you just want to shake them and be like, wake up. Wake up. Like, life is good. It's going to be all right. And it won't be all right if you continue down this path of the way you talk and the way you think and the way you act and the way you treat people. It will never get better if you continue down this path. And so that person was in class yesterday too. And so that's why I made that comment. If it was to stop today, would your book, would your life story at this moment be a bestseller? One that people would want to get up, pick up all the time and read and go to for that extra push to keep fighting and to keep going. It's some powerful stuff to think about. Okay, think about the people that rely on you. We're all role models in some kind of way. Someone's looking up to us, whether we like it or not. And you hear people on, some of the sports figures or whatever. And, I'm not a role model. Look, at some point, somehow, some way, someone's looking up to you at work, at school, in your side, your family, one of your kids, all your kids, whatever. A student, maybe you're a jiu-jitsu guy or girl, and you're a higher rank than someone else. They're looking up to you. Okay, they're looking up to you in some kind of way, form or fashion. And how are you talking, thinking, and portraying yourself out there? Okay, it's very important to think about that. And when you put it in perspective like that, at least for me, it makes me fight even harder when things get pretty tough and things have gotten a lot, I've had some pretty tough, areas, spots in my life, but they've gotten better. Like yesterday's episode was the 100% survival rate. If you're still here and you're watching this video, you survived. Maybe you barely survived, but you survived. Okay, you got some sort of an accumulated survival skills of some sort of all the crappy things that life has done to you, people have done to you, family members have done to you, just whatever things have happened to you, you're still here and still making it. And so if your book is not where it should be, if your life story is not where it needs to be, because you haven't put it there yet, it's easy. I have notes, okay? I have notes right here. I'm writing things down. I can easily tear out this page, crumble it up, and I'm going to start a new chapter today. And this is the way my book is going to read from here on out. It's a clean slate, okay? It's a clean book, all right? I'm just using that example, all right? Starts over. And that's the beauty that I realized a long time ago through the process of listening to the things that I listen to and the books that I read. It's like, man, that's all on me. All I have to do is just tear out the pages, okay, and then start over. Or just leave the page there as a reminder of some of the things that have happened and be like, I don't want to go back to that page anymore. I don't want to go back to that area in my life anymore. I never want to go back there. I mean, there's some areas in my life I never want to go back to, okay? And I'm going to fight like heck to just not go there. And I'm going to try to go the other direction. So the battle is always to go up, not to go down. And, I use that as part of motivation every day to try to do good things. Again, I put it on the episodes. No one's perfect. People are going to make mistakes. I make mistakes. I say things. I do things. But it's not really like intentional to where like I'm trying to screw my life up and I'm trying to go backwards on purpose. It's just I'm human. So yeah, man, there's things where I do and I'm like, dang, man, I shouldn't have did that, or I shouldn't have said that, or what was I thinking at that point, or what was going on in my head at that moment in my life, or whatever. It's done is done. I can't change it. What I can do is start writing new things and better things and think better and act better and, be in better health and be financially, in good health in that sense, and write a good book to where when it's done, all right, people can look back and be like, man, that guy, endured a lot, went through a lot, but he overcame a lot and persevered through so many things that, man, this guy won at the end of the day. And that's what I want to do. So it's just a question. It's just a question for you to think about today. Would your life story at this moment be a bestseller, or would it be something that someone just wouldn't want to pick up and read because, you know, just the way your mindset is, the way you talk, the way you think, the way you do things, it's not a good read, you know. Everyone loves a comeback story, you know. That's just what we as humans like, you know. We like to see people that, you know, no one wants to see people hit rock bottom, but people hit rock bottom. And if you hit rock bottom and make a comeback, those are hell of a stories to read, man, because that's going to motivate and push someone to say, you know what, yeah, look, I'm here and this individual did it, I can do it too. So let's get to work. All right, guys, so let's get to work. If your story is good, keep writing good stories, okay? Keep making good things happen. Treat people good, treat people with respect. Keep working hard. And if you haven't started to do that yet, or if you were at that point and now you're going backwards because just some crappy things have happened to you, scratch out some things, tear out the page, crumble it up, throw it in a waste paper basket, start over, write a new page starting today, and then make the rest of your life a good read for all of us to read. All right. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I thought it was some really powerful stuff. Might hit home for some of you, might not. But either way, for me, that's what's going to help. That's what helps me get through some of the tough times that I'm going through, is because I know that when it's all said and done with, I want that book, my book, to be a good book. All right. Hopefully you do too. All right, guys, let's get to work. We'll catch you guys on the next one. We'll see you.